Animal Crossing New Horizons is finally here, and I've been playing it pretty much non-stop for the past few days. So I thought I would make a video giving you my first impressions of the game. This isn't a formal review or anything, it's just my thoughts and opinions on the small amount of the game that I've played so far. And to start off, it's really good. I mean, we kind of already knew that from all the stuff they've shown us, but now that I have played it, I can confirm that, yeah, it's amazing. It's the perfect blend of new ideas and gameplay mechanics, but also keeps everything that made the older Animal Crossing games so good. This game is definitely one of the Switch's best games, up there with Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, and Smash Ultimate. Now let's talk about my first few days in Animal Crossing. I picked up the game physically bright and early on Friday, March 20th, and then I played it for the entire day. A lot of people online started playing late Thursday night, which means they are basically one day ahead of me when it comes to island development. But no matter how tempted I get, I will never time travel. Anyways, let me tell you about my island, Sunrise. My native island fruit is apples, my first two island residents are Rowan and Flo, and here's a map of what my island looks like. I picked the name Sunrise because sunrise and early morning is always one of my favorite parts of the day. Plus, I like the way it sounds. I'm pretty happy that I got apples. I was hoping for oranges, but I'm just glad I didn't get pears. And I'm actually really happy with my first two residents. Rowan is my favorite of the two because I love his design. Orange is one of my favorite colors, so me and him get along really well. I'm probably never gonna let him leave my island. And I also really like Flo. I've always been a fan of the penguin villagers, and I really like her design. Yeah, I think I'm pretty lucky to like both of my starting villagers. Within the first couple days, I upgraded my house twice, expanded my inventory, built both Nook's Cranny and the museum, completed 3 new villager houses, and bought a whole bunch of furniture and clothing. One thing that's certain about this game is that it's addicting. They have added all sorts of new tasks and objectives to keep you busy at all times. One of these additions is Nook Miles. This gives you a ton of goals to work towards, things like catching fish, selling items, and buying stuff. I love this feature because it gives meaning to tasks that were never that important in past games. For example, I never really got into planting and taking care of flowers, but now that I have Nook Miles to earn, I'm trying it out. Now we actually have reasons to do all the daily tasks we would do in past games. Crafting is also a big reason this game is so addicting. Collecting materials and recipes and then crafting your own furniture and items is super rewarding and fun. Combine all of this with the insane level of customization and a relaxing atmosphere, and you have one of the most fun and addicting games I have ever played. One of the things I am most impressed by is the level of progression in the island development. When you start out, your island is empty, ugly, and you can only access a small portion of land. But as the days go by, the game starts to open up and more becomes possible. I was surprised by just how fast all of this happens. Within a couple days, I was pole vaulting across rivers, using my ladder to climb up cliffs, and gathering resources for a shop and new villager houses. You get to see the island go from nothing into a full town, and the best part is that you control all of it. You get to choose where the shop goes, where villager houses go, and so much more. It really makes it feel like your island, because every small detail was planned and built by you. And the most exciting part is that this is just the beginning. I've only been playing for about 4 days, and I already feel like my island has changed and evolved so much. Each day you wake up, there are major changes to your island, so I can only imagine what the future will hold. The visuals and atmosphere of this game are amazing too. The game already looked really good in the trailers, but when I actually played it for myself, it somehow looks even better. Everything is just so crisp and clean, there are no rough edges anywhere, and the art style is basically perfect. I seriously do not know how they will improve upon this art style because I think it has been perfected in this game. It still looks and feels like Animal Crossing, but it's new and fresh at the same time. The water effects alone were enough to blow me away. Combine that with the complex lighting system and you get one beautiful game. And all the little details about the world add up to give a great sense of atmosphere. The sound effects of walking on grass versus the sand, the wind rustling the leaves on the trees, and the sounds of the ocean make this an immersive gaming experience like no other. This game is like a normal Animal Crossing game, but on steroids. Everything I love about the Animal Crossing series is here, and it's better than ever. All the small changes are really nice and take away a lot of the tedious work. There are so many examples, like the new tool wheel, fruit auto-stacking in your pockets when you pick it up, and being able to upgrade your inventory space is a lifesaver. The amount of customization possible here is just insane. Just being able to place items outside adds a whole new level of island personalization. Creating fun outside areas where you can kick back and relax is awesome, and again, adds to the feeling of creating your own personal island. The new way to decorate your house is super cool too. Placing furniture and scooting it around by hand was always a very slow and frustrating process, but now it's so much easier. I have already sunk many hours into creating my perfect house. And with more playtime and upgrading my house, the possibilities truly seem endless. Trying on clothing and changing your character's appearance is also better than it ever has been, with new options like the wardrobe making it so much easier to sort through all of your clothing, and you can change stuff like your hairstyle whenever you want. All this, and I haven't even talked about the museum yet. The new look for the museum is honestly one of my favorite parts of this game. Walking through the gorgeous, expansive exhibits, looking at all the things you have caught and found is such a fun gameplay loop. Whenever I catch a new fish or bug, the first thing I do is run straight to the museum and donate it so I can see it in its exhibit. They really went above and beyond with this place. I've always enjoyed fishing and catching bugs, but now I have the motivation to fill up my museum completely. And the shops are also really great. Since I am still pretty early in the game, the only shop I have unlocked is Nook's Cranny, but I'm sure more will open with time. I love that Nook's Cranny has items for sale that you can't craft yourself, because that gives me a reason to check in every day to see what they have in stock. They have also added this new drop-off box outside the shop, so you can still sell your stuff even when the shop isn't open. All this stuff makes daily life on the island so much better. And again, all of this is only in the first few days of playing. It gets me pretty excited to imagine the future and everything I will get to do in this incredible game. Well, there are some of my random thoughts on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I could keep talking about this game for hours, but I think I will wrap it up here. Basically, I really love this game. It's everything I hoped it would be, and more. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. With many more fun-filled days ahead, future content updates, and continuous community support, this game is sure to keep us busy and happy for a while. If you want to visit my island and play Animal Crossing with me, I'll put my friend code in the description of this video. I would love to see what your island looks like. Well, I think that's it for me today. If you need me, I'll probably be playing Animal Crossing for the foreseeable future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see ya in the next one.